and welcome to Ergo Phizmiz's Deutsch Cabaret. Zip! 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 It includes performers such as myself, Luke Hemia, Mystery Hermaphrodite, Terence Betts, and Ergo Phizmiz himself. We hope you fall off your chairs and break your necks.
Several mongoose riding around in a red Corvette. Several mongoose riding around in a red Corvette. 7 mongoose riding around in a red Corvette. 7 mongoose riding around in a dead courgette. Several mongoose hiding a sound in a red Corvette. 7 mongoose gliding around in a bed courgette. 7 mongoose gliding a sound in a red Corvette. Severe mongoose sniding abound in a dead Georgette. 7 mongoose sniding a sound in a red Corvette. Severe mongoose hiding around in a dead Georgette. 7 mongoose biding a found in a said courgette. 7 mongoose gliding abound in a red Georgette. 7 mongoose gliding abound in a red Georgette. 7 mongoose hiding a noun in a said courgette. Several mongoose sniding a noun in a bed Corvette. Several mongoose hiding a clown in a red courgette. 7 mongoose hiding a clown in a shed courgette. Cerebral mongoose hiding a clown in a shed correct cunt bastard. Cerebral mongoose sniding a frown in a fed Tourette fucking hell. Several mongoose hiding around in a red Corvette. 7 mongoose hiding a clown in a red Corvette. Several mongoose finding a down in a red Tourette twat fit. Cerebral mongoose winding a town in a fled Georgette. Terrible mongoose finding a town in a red Georgette.
sat watching the cannonball run on a Saturday night.
There was me, Thomas and the dog sat watching the cannonball run on a Saturday night.
We were admiring the cut of Burt Reynolds' moustache and how well it coped with the action scenes.
We were admiring the cut of Burt Reynolds' moustache and how well it coped with the physically strenuous action scenes.
We thought that the beard in Boogie Nights was just too much.
We thought the beard in Boogie Nights was just a little too much.
And a moustache alone would have made much more of an impression.
And a moustache alone would have made much more of an impression.
That's precisely why he should have had one for Smokey and the Bandit.
That's precisely why he should have grown one for Smokey and the Bandit.
There's a dwarf in my fridge and it won't come out. There's a dwarf in my fridge and it won't come out. First of all, I was worried that his little body would get cold in there, as dwarves are, after all, only small, and you might expect one to freeze if it stayed in the refrigerator for too long. But still, there's a dwarf in my fridge and it won't come out. It sits in there all day and all night. It eats my cheese and my yogurts and throws the packaging on the kitchen floor. I sometimes try to coax it out with sweet-smelling takeaway food. I tried it with Chinese, Indian and Italian, but it doesn't seem to like any of them as it simply won't come out of the fridge. So there's a dwarf in my fridge and it won't come out. There's a dwarf in my fridge and it won't come out. It wears a stripy coat and a pointed blue hat. Its shoes are pointed on the ends also. Sometimes it spills the milk and it leaks out of the fridge and goes all over the kitchen floor. I have to wipe it up because the dwarf won't come out of the fridge under any circumstances whatsoever. Every now and then the dwarf sits in the fridge and sings a little song. Something about 3 sisters who married the devil, then got cut to pieces and put in a basket. He often starts to sing it as I'm about to go to sleep. I asked him to stop, but he never does. So still, there's a dwarf in my fridge and it won't come out. Last night I dreamt that the dwarf came out of the fridge and sexually abused me whilst I slept. I remember the dream. He covered my winky in yogurt and cheese, licked and sucked it off, then hit it repeatedly with a teaspoon until my winky was black and blue. I'm just glad it was only a dream, because he'd never come out of the refrigerator. He always stays in the refrigerator. My winky is hurting though. Probably just the time of year. 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 Time of society in Great Britain that the monarchy is slowly but surely falling out of favour with the general populace. What between the death of Diana, Prince Charles fucking somebody who wasn't as beautiful as she, and the Queen Mother's adamant refusal to die, the people are at their tether's end with what they grow to see as something outdated, irrelevant, and utterly without reason to exist. But is this right? Is the monarchy not a great and glorious tradition of great and glorious Britain? Will the people really enjoy singing Rule Britannia so much without a king or queen on the throne? True, they have no power and serve no function, but they are that which marks out Great Britain from all the poxy republics of the world. Pooh-pooh to the French, ha-ha to the Germans, and 2 fingers to the USA. The monarchy is the internationally recognized mark of Britain, and to be truly British, you must bear the most humble respect for that great institution. It is for this reason I have devised a plan, a slight notion of how to restore national respect for the monarchy. The reason so many people loved Lady Di, a name which I always considered ironic bearing in mind what happened to her, was because of the amount of time she spent in the media eye. We all love those who appear regularly on our television screens and lighten up our lives with their smiles and acts of goodwill. Which brings us on to the other Diana thing, charity. Everybody loves a good old do-gooder. Whatever work a television personality can do for charity can and will make them saintly in the eyes of the viewing public, just as long as it is made sure that the charity work is as public as possible. So what point am I reaching here? What is this master plan I have devised for restoring respect and, yes, even love for the monarchy? I will tell you. Once a year, a charity television show, Celebrity Bugger the Queen. You take the Queen and bend her over a chair. You tie her by her wrist to the chair, lift up the back of her dress and pull down her knickers. You place a number of tubs of Vaseline down by the chair. Through a phone-in method, the audience has to raise £5,000 for every celebrity present, so they each, in turn, every £5,000, bugger the Queen. You could have Dale Winton, Gary Wilmot, Jeffrey Archer, the boys from Steps, Richard Madeley, Richard Whiteley, and any other male in the public eye you could think of, all buggering the Queen. Imagine £5,000 for each celebrity and what that would do for little starving children in the Sudan. In addition, since we live in a world of political correctness and equal opportunities, you could also have the strap-on regiment. Esther Ranson, Thora Hurd, Vanessa Feltz, why, even the lovely stroked-up Princess Margaret could all strap on those big rubber dildos and arse-fuck the Queen into another dimension, all for the sake of charity and goodwill. And imagine the television it would make. Matthew Kelly unzips his flies, lobbing out his big pink wanger, crouches down behind the Queen and picks up one of the tubs of Vaseline. Matthew lubricates his cock with the Vaseline, then in close-up on her arse, promptly sticks his index finger up the Queen's tight little sphincter and wiggles it around, pulling it in and out just enough to get the action going and loosen up that taut little hole. Matthew Kelly moves up behind the Queen and slides his throbbing dick a little into her arsehole. She shrieks a little. A couple of short thrusts followed by a big long one, and Matthew Kelly is right into the Queen's anus. It doesn't take him long to come. A brief 3-minute fuck is all. The Queen's eyes are popping out of her head. He arse-fucks the Queen so hard for those 3 minutes that her crown falls off. He ejaculates and shoots his hot sperm up into the Queen's stomach so she can shit it out tomorrow morning along with that of other celebrities who filled her up in the name of charity. And this, if nothing else, would restore our faith in what a great and glorious institution the monarchy of Great Britain is and always will be. Thank you.
looking at me. It would have been alright, but neither of us have brought a witness. And that's what you need. You need a witness. Because God would never be my witness. They all say, as God is my witness this, and as God is my witness that. But God's never been a witness for me. And then I turned around, and she was staring at me. I wasn't too sure about her motives, so I took them off. I took them all off.
You took them off? You took them all off?
Now I have to feed her myself from a spoon. I feed her porridge because, well, that's all I can cook.
He feeds me porridge. I hate porridge, especially with salt on. Shit, you bastard. Can't you feed me anything else?
It's good for you. Besides, you don't get enough exercise. I mean, how could you? Your body is degenerating. You're slowly melting away like the Wicked Witch of the Westminster replay.
Can't you cook anything else? Anything?
I've kept them. I keep them in the freezer. I've made a little sculpture out of them. All four of them.
Sometimes he shows me them.
Yes. Sometimes I show her them. But it's only to remind her not to stare.
I couldn't help it. It wasn't my fault. I was on speed.
Yes. But it's too late for that now, isn't it?
Yes, I suppose it is.
Yes. I suppose it is.
By a pig. John the Baptist being buggered by a pig. Imvom. Twatting. The Virgin Mary sucking off a mule. The Virgin Mary sucking off a mule. Imvom. Twatting. Gurning twat. Gurning twat. Gurning twat. Simon and Zebedee poking a zebra. Simon and Zebedee poking a zebra. Imvom. Twatting. Twatting. Twatting.
Two bottles of Carlsberg, please. Sorry about the copper. The mobile phone trade's not what it used to be. It's good to see you again, mate.
It's good to see you too. So what have you been up to over the past fucking
Oh, loads of shit, you know. Bit of this, bit of that. Spent a year at college, then dropped out. Got a job in a mobile phone shop and ended up as a middle manager. Still doing that, really. But I don't want to stay there for the rest of my life, you know. I've got other ambitions than that. It's just to pay the rent and get a bit of regular money in and that.
Yeah. Do you want me to write that down?
What?
I've got a pen and paper in here somewhere. Let's see. There we are. Right. Where were we?
You said something about, writing something?
Ah, yes. What was it you said?
When?
Just before I said I was going to write it down, what was it you said?
I spent a year at college and then dropped out. got a job in a mobile phone shop and ended up as an area manager. I'm still doing that, but I've got other ambitions than that. The mobile phone shop job's just to pay the rent for now and keep the landlord off my back. And basically that's everything that I said.
Right. Why would I want to write that down?
What?
Why would I want to write that down? I mean, it's not very interesting, is it? Nothing that I really need to remember, is it?
I suppose not, no.
Do you want me to write it down or not?
No, don't bother writing anything.
It's no trouble.
No,
I
no,
can write it down.
no, really, it's okay, you're fine.
Maybe in a couple of weeks.
What?
In a couple of weeks.
In a couple of weeks, what?
I'll write it down in a couple of weeks.
Oh, yeah, you do that. You write it down in a couple of weeks.
A fortnight today. I'll write that down.
Yeah, you do that.
Actually, I best write that down in case I forget, yeah. Right. Write down fortnight today, which will be 24th of November. Right, well, guess I'll be seeing you then.
Okay. I'll be, seeing you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I've got a yellow hat, I've got a yellow hat. Now what, my dear, do you think about that? I've got a yellow hat, I've got a yellow hat. Now what, my dear, do you think about that? I've got a yellow cat, I've got a yellow cat. Now what, my love, do you think about that? I've got a yellow cat, I've got a yellow cat. Now what, my love, do you think about that? I'm putting on some weight, I'm putting on some weight. Gotta stop eating chocolate before it is too late. I'm putting on some weight, I'm putting on some weight. Gotta stop eating chocolate before it is too late.
To the turkey.
Terrible mongoose finding a town in a red courgette. Terrible mongoose finding a town. Cerebral mongoose hide in a town in a dead Georgia. Several mongoose hide in a fled courgette. Several mongoose hide in a frown tin, a red tree. Several mongoose hide in a frown tin, a fred cornet. Several mongoose hide in a frown tin, a fred cornet. Seven mongoose hide in a round cerebral mongoose cried in a round fin, a red turret. Cooking terrible mongoose cried in a round sin, a red cerebral mongoose cried in a red cornet. Several mongoose cried in a round in a red sore neck. Severe mongoose hiding around in a fred cornet. Veneered mongoose lying in a brown tin. Mongoose tried in a gown big, a lead horse. Big-eared mongoose cried in a gown sin, a lead horse. Big-eared mongoose cried in a down kin, a red. Big-eared mongoose cried in a sound kin, a red. Big-beard mongoose cried in a clown. Big-eared mongoose biting a clown in a red neck. Big-eared mongoose in a red riding around in a red Corvette. Severe mongoose riding around in a red Corvette. Several mongoose riding around in a red Corvette. Several mongoose riding around in a red Corvette.
Comes the ice cream man. Here he comes. I'm going to get an ice cream with a cone and a flick. I'm going to get some hundreds and thousands because here comes the ice cream man. The ice cream man. Here comes. I'm going to get an ice cream with a cone and a flick. I'm going to get some hundreds and thousands because here comes the ice cream man. Here. I want
Thank you.